Hello and welcome everyone to another episode of the Sharpshooters. As always, we're your hosts Danny and Juice, or maybe Tony Schiavone. How you doing tonight, Tony?
I'm doing good. I'm here live on Thursday night. Sharpshooter. Hello. How are you,
Good,
Danny?
thank God. I'm glad you stopped that. How you doing tonight, Juice?
I'm doing well. I'm doing all right. I'm happy to be here. Happy to talk some wrestling. Let's do some of the best and worst in the Royal Rumble history. If you're a Royal Rumble fan, tonight's the night for you.
Oh, it's gonna be a good
Uh,
night.
Definitely chill with us in the comments. Let us know below who you think qualifies for best and worst in Royal Rumble winners and surprise entrants, and see if you agree or disagree with anything we have to say. I have a feeling some of mine in particular are going to be heavily disagreed, but we'll see.
You think so? Interesting. All right.
I do. I do.
I do. I do.
Get out of there.
All right, get us started tonight, Juice.
Sure, why not? So, thank you all for being here tonight. As always, we do appreciate any support, whether it's a follow here on Twitch, whether it's a follow via our Facebook or YouTube. You can go to the link tree link below on the screen that has all of our socials there to go right to and support us for free. If you did want to support us in any way financially, you can subscribe to us here on Twitch, and it helps us with our upcoming Royal Rumble game contest we have going on that I'll talk about in a moment,
Mhm.
and just helps us grow the show and build our brand and get to all of you with our amazing content, if you will. I don't know, I'm just saying.
I agree.
Um, and also, a quick shout out. We want to thank Accept the Wind, the official band of the Sharpshooters. You hear their
What?
music playing before, during, and after the show. If you don't get ads and you are subscribers. So thank you to them as always. And just another reminder, if you do have Amazon Prime, that means you have Amazon Prime Gaming, which gives you one free sub to use every month on any streamer you want. It costs you nothing and it supports us all the same. So if you have Amazon Prime, you have Amazon Prime Gaming, you use your sub to us every month. It does reset though, so just remember if you use it once to use it again. We'd really
If
appreciate
you
that.
don't use it, you lose it.
Yes. Now, two more quick little plugs before we move on to our show. First off, we wanted to plug this upcoming Tuesday. This upcoming Tuesday evening at 7 o'clock, Danny and myself will be live over on the blue side of things, Facebook. We
Oh,
will
there
be
you're talking
taking
about SmackDown.
part. Nope, the blue side is Facebook. We will be taking part in Till 5 Wrestling's quarterly, at this point, I think they are tournaments
Mm-hmm.
where we are going to be on. We're going to be voting and drafting who we think are the greatest manager in all time in all of wrestling. There's a field of 16. We will be one of the, I believe, 5 people on the show. I'm not sure on the full field, but yeah, come
Yeah,
through on Tuesday.
are we a team? Yeah, we're still a team. This one, right? They haven't
Yeah,
split
we're
us up.
still
Okay.
no, we're still a team. So
I
we
get
will have
confused with them
to
sometimes, you know.
so we will have to come together and make a draft strategy. But yeah, come through on Tuesday night, 7 o'clock on Facebook over at Till 5 Wrestling. We'll share the link on our page as well. And yeah, see how we do. See if you agree with how it all shakes out. And lastly, the Royal Rumble game that I am holding this year. It's quite simple. Just write in chat or reach out to me directly. Tell me you are in. If you are in, then you will be given 2 numbers at random. And those will be your entry numbers into the Rumbles, both men's and women's. And if your number wins, then you get one of 2 prizes. If you are the first winner, you get to pick your prize. If you are the second winner, you get whatever the first winner didn't pick. Um, so, for those of you that do not know, the 2 prizes are um, in no order. Obviously, it's whatever you want
Yeah, I was
when
gonna
you
say
if you
whatever you
win.
want to do.
The first prize that you can choose from is you get to pick our next tournament, which is a field of 64. We haven't done one in a while. It'd be a field of 64 tournament. You also get to pick whatever topic you want. It can even be one we've already done. We can do it again. Um, are we picking between Juice or Danny? Yeah, sure. Sure, you can pick between 2 of us. Let us know in the chat which one you'd pick, me or Danny.
Well, I don't know
Um,
if I want to hear this.
Carol ass, you son of a bitch, I'm in. You knew this though. Just wanted to say that. What up? Yo, what up, Carol ass? Appreciate you being here. So again, the first prize is you get to pick the tournament, the next tournament that we do. And you also have the option to be on the show with us. You can be on the show with us. You get the third vote. You get to make picks along the way. That's parts up to you, but at the very least, you get to pick the tournament subject that we do next. The other prize is a little bit more interesting. You are going to be given a curated list of wrestlers that Danny and I have compiled, and you will pick from that list of wrestlers which one you want to film an intro for our show. And somewhere in the intro, they will also give you a shout out as the winner of that prize.
That's pretty
So
cool.
yeah, I think they're both pretty neat. Something different that we're gonna do here in the show. So again, it requires no knowledge, no skill. It's a one night thing. It's just for fun to give yourself some numbers.
Yeah.
So at the moment, we are at 11 names, and we need a minimum of 15.
So we're almost
So
there. Tell
we're
your
almost
friends,
there.
tell your family, tell your mom and dad, tell
We're
whoever.
almost there. So ideally, I'd like to get to 15. If we don't get to 15, we really can't do the game. It wouldn't
I
work
already like
fairly or
Jada
evenly.
Falco's choice. I
Harley
don't
Cameron
like
with a
Everlast's
puppet.
choice.
Well, again, it's a curated list, so it may be within a certain range, but yeah. So that's about it. So again, if you have not signed up, now's the time to do so. Just tell me in chat you're in, and I'll write you down. We're at 11 out of 15 so far, so no Hulk Hogan.
Oof. That's
Hey, you can pick a tournament for greatest Hulk Hogan if you want, but I doubt there's probably a Hulk Hogan impersonator out there actually.
there's definitely a lot, and they're
on
all
Cameo.
just as bad as the original.
Yeah. Well, all right. That being said, let's move on. Let's get started. Our first segment of the evening is our trivia.
Yes, sir.
Danny, you are up this week with a trivia question to me. The current score, if we can bring it up on the screen for everybody.
It's unfortunately up.
This is a new score bug for the year. So far, it is 3-0 in my favor. Let's see if Danny can stump me this week and
I'm
get
too
one on
nice
the board for him.
with you. That's the problem.
Yeah, listen, man. I don't want nice. I don't want angry. I just want like a good, fun
angry.
trivia question.
All right, here we go.
So
tonight's
or we can
trivia.
hold on. Killer Tomato says, or we can film the guitar board Ouija. What? Will racist Hogan make a run? Racist Hogan could make a run. Who knows? Depends on the field you pick.
I believe Killer Tomato is trying to say that he wants to do a Ouija board to summon Hulk Hogan, and we can film the Ouija board as the intro.
Oh, the word guitar threw me off a lot.
I don't like it. I don't like that idea.
All right, trivia time. Hit me.
All right. So trivia time. Let me pull it up. I just had it, and then I lost it because of Killer Tomato. I blame him.
And it's gone.
So I like to do a lot of on this day trivias to throw back some random facts that happen. So on this day, back in 2018, Monday Night Raw celebrated its 25th anniversary by being in 2 venues. Now, originally that was going to be my question, what 2 venues, but then I realized you would answer that very easily. So then my question becomes, what were the main events? If you could name at least one, but 2 would be cool. What were the main events at each of the venues?
Oh, come on.
They were pretty big ones at the time. That's the only reason I think you might know. And it was 2018. You were watching. The venues were very specific, so I figured maybe you would know. Do you remember the venues?
I technically wasn't watching during that time. I was kind of like I was watching NXT, but I wasn't watching main roster.
If you weren't watching main roster, then I'll go back to the original question, which is going to be, what were the 2 venues? If you,
it was the Grand Ballroom in the Hammerstein. It wasn't the one downstairs. It was the one upstairs. They were in the Grand Ballroom. And then I want to say the other one was Barclays. Like I could be wrong. I don't think it was the Garden. It was right next to each other. I don't think they were on the other side of the country because of time zones. I think I'm gonna say it was Barclays and the Grand Ballroom. As for the matches, I mean the only thing I really remember from that show was the DX NWO FTR Bullet Club segment or whatever it was. I think maybe it wasn't FTR. I remember they all beat him up. I remember Taker came out, and like just stood there, didn't really do anything. Yeah, I don't remember. I don't know the matches
I
at
think
all,
now
but...
I need a technicality because sometimes I'm wrong with stuff, but I think you got the venues wrong. The Barclays Center is correct, but you said Hammerstein, right?
No, Grand Ballroom. It's the one upstairs.
Yeah,
not the Hammerstein.
But is that the Manhattan Center?
Manhattan Center is the whole building.
Okay.
The Hammerstein is downstairs.
Gotcha.
The Grand Ballroom.
That's why I was figuring. Up. Yeah. So you're correct about the venues. The pay-per-views. The pay-per-views. The main events were The Miz versus Roman Reigns for the Intercontinental Championship. And then the other one, which I thought you might have gotten, was Bray Wyatt versus Woken Matt Hardy.
Yeah, I wouldn't have gotten it at all. So up to you how you want to score that,
Hmm.
but your call, my friend.
Hmm. No, you weren't watching, so I'm not going to take the win for the main events. So I'll give you the original question. That's fine.
All right.
You weren't
Your
watching. You weren't
discretion.
watching.
Your full discretion.
No problem.
All right. I
All right, get this
appreciate you.
shit out of here now. I'm sick of this. All right,
Wow.
next.
Dang.
um, our new segment, which I really am enjoying, and I think it's really been working so far, our 10 and 10 segment. So for those of you that haven't watched in a while, what we were used to doing on Thursdays was our last point standing, where we would just talk about the entire week. But since since I stopped watching and covering WWE, I didn't stop watching it, but I stopped covering it a lot. We figured there's no point in doing a whole big last point standing list. So we're now doing our top 10 points of the week, and we try to get through it in 10 minutes. We've been doing pretty good with it, I think. So hopefully that continues tonight. So these are our 10 points. And as always, if you guys have things you want to talk about that you don't see on the list, throw them in the group, throw them in the chat. We'll talk about them. We'll just add soccer runoff time at the end, and we'll just give ourselves a couple extra minutes, so no big deal. All right. With that being said, let's get started.
All right. So the Rascals debuted on Collision this week, or at least 3/4 of them. It was soon to be revealed that Trey Miguel is not staying with AEW. He apparently at first needed mental health time away. Then it was apparently said that this decision was made above TK's pay grade. It was a Warner Brothers decision, allegedly for tweets that he posted in the past. I don't know. I don't know what the story is there. Obviously, it's hard to know for sure. Everyone's kind of guessing. It's the tweets and whatnot. But the latest report I'm seeing is that apparently already TNA has made Trey Miguel an offer to come back. Honestly, he just said he wanted to take time off. So if he goes back to TNA, it's going to be pretty amusing. But my only note about the clubhouse, and then you can tag in for the rest of the way on this. I don't know if you saw their segments in TNA. I don't mind them doing the whole pothead weed gimmick thing, but if they start doing that 70s show basement smoke style thing again with them all sitting around a table, I'm out on the act. I hated it in TNA. It was so lame, so corny, and it's going to be even worse in 2026. So that's it. What do you got to say about Rascals? Then we can move on.
No, I kind of agree with that. As much, me, I love the pothead gimmick and stuff like that. But if it's going to be like a complete ripoff like that, I'm good on it. I don't know what to believe about the Trey Miguel stuff, but if he goes back to TNA, then obviously it was a decision higher than TK. But if he doesn't go back to TNA, maybe it was the whole he needed a break for the mental health. I don't know, because there's so many other things that have happened with like Sammy Guevara and all those other people who aren't getting written off for comments they made much more recent. So I don't know if it's the gay comments. It doesn't really make sense to me, especially since he's already apologized for that. Like that's all kind of done. That was over with a while ago. So I don't know.
And for what it's worth, the person that he went after during that time recently just came out again and said, "Hey guys, I forgave him a long time ago. We all moved on."
That's what I'm saying. So I don't know. How
who
it
knows?
goes. All right, moving on. Next one.
up.
I'm really excited about this new feud. Death Riders vs. Chaos Family. It started on Collision. Well, it started last week, but really took another step forward on Collision, took another step forward on Dynamite. I like the whole heel tweener Death Riders versus definitely heel Chaos Family. I like all the promos they've been talking about, how like Chaos Family isn't a real family compared to the Death Riders and stuff like that. I think it's going to be a really good program, and that they can really extend for a while because there's just so many members on each side that like this can be a few months and not get boring or stale.
Yeah, I'm intrigued to see how long it goes, where it goes. But the only thing I'll say right now is I love the street fight on Dynamite.
Yeah, it was really good.
I love the spot with Pac holding the crutch and Claudio running from all the way back and just grabbing it and jumping down and then hitting the electrical box. I dug that. So
I'm
yeah,
so glad that happened because I was so confused why he just kind of froze there for a second. I was like, I know you're hurt, so you're not going to jump down. Like, what are you trying to do? It was great. That was awesome.
All right. Penelope Ford and Megan Bayne. All right, so this is a tale of two stories, kind of
crazy.
The reason I initially wanted to put this on here was because of Collision.
Yes. Agreed.
They're like, oh, Penelope Ford is back, returning to the ring, and all she did was a crossbody or a clothesline at the end, and that was it. She didn't even get in the match. It was a 2-on-1. waste of a return. I don't know. Couldn't even get in there, get comfortable, and feel it out. Then on Dynamite, they did a match with the Babes of Wrath, not the Babes of Wrath, with the timeless time bombs or
And
whatever,
she
timeless
was
tech bombs.
everywhere on that.
And
Not
at first,
everywhere, but
no. At
more
first,
more
no.
involved.
First half she wasn't in, but then she got in, and they won. And I'm glad they won. It's a refreshing change for them
Yeah.
to win. So, what? Anything else you had to add?
I mean, I'm just surprised that she's back so early. Like, she was supposed to be out
Mhm.
for like another 4 to 5 months. So, like, the fact that she's back
Oh.
early and she healed up and she looks like she's ready to go, I'm really, really happy. And I kind of hope that they they have a good feud for the tag belts, because we were, convinced that they might have been the ones who were originally supposed to win it. So, going to be
Yeah.
interesting what they do with that.
All right. Jet Speed Rodeo, as predicted last week by us
So
ever
funny.
so eloquently, they are the new trios champions.
Interesting.
I'll
Hobbs
just say,
got pinned, by the way.
well, yeah, I'm not surprised Hobbs got pinned. That's the right thing to do.
Agreed.
I thought the finish was a little bit abrupt. For the match, it didn't really hit that next gear or whatever for that. So the match was kind of whatever. My only notes is obviously we'll give it time, a few more weeks. I'm sure they'll do it. I wish there was at least a segment with Joe and them kind of backstage saying like, "Hey, he couldn't cut it. He
Yep.
lost us the belts. We kicked the brakes. We, whatever, something to explain it rather than just moving on." And my other note that I'll say, and then you can take the floor. Um, I get other stories are at play here, but I think it was not the smartest choice to have 2/3 of your trios champions lose in singles matches the next week. Floor is yours.
So I was gonna say the same thing about the losses. And I get it. You had Speedball kind of fluky loss, so it wasn't a clean finish. And
They
you had a
protected him.
really good match with Swerve, so like it makes him look strong in the loss. I get all that, but like they just won the belts. They're already kind of on a little bit of a losing streak to start the year. So this was supposed to be their turnaround, and then immediately they lose again. So like it didn't really fit that part. And Hangman's gonna win on Saturday, so like that kind of like shows it more in Jet Speed's face that like you're not the main attraction here in this trios. But no, I agree with you. The match is kind of boring. I understand why they did it to kind of keep what why can't I think of their name, Samoa Joe's team strong, the Ops. Thank you. But it didn't feel right. And going right into the next point, I think the other problem, like you were saying, with them not addressing Hobbs, is they're trying to go right into the MJF stuff. They're trying to go right back into all these challenges for the world title, and that's where they put Samoa Joe immediately on Dynamite instead of kind of even addressing something with the Ops. They had them both out there supporting him, but like nothing, because they were trying to immediately move on, which I'm afraid, like you were saying, is them going to be not addressing and move right onto the program.
Yeah, I mean, I have confidence they will. In a week or two, they'll say something backstage as a throwaway, and that's it. That's all it has to be. But I don't mind the MJF Challengers things
I
because
love the MJF Challengers thing.
it's still a matter of Joe and Paige canceling each other out, going after
Yeah.
MJF. So I don't mind that part of it. Um, Excuse me, but yeah, I love what they're doing. So you can take the floor on this one. I know this is your point. So
I mean, I just love that now they introduced Brody King, immediately replacing the Bandito factor. You still got Swerve in the mix. You still have Joe in the mix. You still have Hangman in the mix. Like, again, they're already making this title reign seem more important, unfortunately for Hangman, but like it's going to be interesting where they go with it. I don't know why Tasmanian's farting so much at us. He's out of control. But it's going to be interesting how we go with it. So I like how they advance the story on Wednesday, and I'm really excited to see where they go with the whole Brody King factor also.
all right, AJ Styles, what do you got?
Bro, AJ Styles. So right now, if you haven't seen, is scheduled for a retirement match. If he loses, he has to retire against Gunther at the Royal Rumble. Do you think he retires at the Royal Rumble?
No.
Okay, neither do I, obviously, because they're trying to make it seem like he has so many more months into the year, and then like why would he put it up right now?
His contract does end. His contract does end the end of this month.
I know
that's
what's
true.
interesting. So
But
he might lose at the Rumble because of that.
No.
Because also you have Gunther doing this whole retirement tour thing. Kind of like if he doesn't retire AJ now, he really shouldn't have another chance to retire AJ. So that's where it gets a little shaky too.
We can talk more about it next week when we do our predictions, but for now we'll leave it. We have 2 minutes to go.
Okay, really quick. The crowd in Ireland was epic. They were really, really fun. Their best chant was telling Logan Paul that he was banned from Japan. They were just singing that the entire tag team match. It was one of the funniest chants I've ever heard. It was really original. Moving on.
All right, good for them. Moving on. Eddie and Ortiz. Speaking of what I said before with Penelope Ford and Megan Bayne, um, this was annoying because like Ortiz. First off, they're saying it's Ortiz's first match back. It
Which
was
is
not.
not because we were there for it.
We were there when he wrestled Ring of Honor like a month ago, but whatever, Shivani, fine. And yet again, the wrong team wins because you've already had Eddie beat each of them in singles matches, and now in the tag match, you have them cheat to win. And they mentioned it at least, but it's like, where do you go from there now? Like, there's no feud or story to tell. Like,
Yeah, agreed.
shouldn't have won. GYV should have won. Disrespect. All right, we got a minute to go. Time to take it home.
Go ahead.
Jordan Oliver and Alec Price are all elite. Some new talents. If you did not see them when you were in New York City last month, Danny, they wrestled in the Hammerstein Ballroom and they stole the show on their Ring of Honor appearances. Probably helped them get this deal.
And MJF really hyped them up also. He was really hyped, like talking about them.
So they had a good match with FTR. Nothing crazy, but you know what? A good debut. They're still young, so they got time to kind of go.
I'm excited to see what they got.
Yeah, Tekla versus Statlander is coming up next week for the women's title. I'm going to say it now, and I'm probably going to be wrong, but Tekla should win the belt. Give her the belt. Do it.
Yes.
Do it.
Agreed.
I don't need a note. I don't need a
them going back and forth, but like Tekla should win the belt right now. I 100% agree with you.
We don't need a no contest or whatever finish because the match should be at Revolution in 2 months. This is what happens when you have like a 3-month gap with pay-per-views.
Exactly.
So we'll see where it goes, but Tekla should win.
Big title Wednesday also.
Yeah, and if Tekla doesn't win it here, then whenever the Sisters of Sin face Willow and Harley, they should win on the first defense. Like, they need to do it.
They need to do something like that for them.
All right, and last point, Fandango. What do you got?
Fandango just retired. It's crazy. Just want to put that out there, you know? I'm a fan of him and Tyler, whatever, his tag team. And I can't think of the name right now. But yeah, no, just surprised he retired. Didn't expect it. Didn't know that it was happening. So, retired on TNA this past week.
Okay, bye. Killer Tomato. While you're setting up the next segment, Killer Tomato says, "Can we get a Tony Schiavone intro?" Well, Killer Tomato, if you win the Royal Rumble contest,
no, don't
you
say
can.
that.
What I would recommend: go on Cameo.
Go really big with our faces. I apologize right now, everybody.
Go on Cameo, see how much he is. Let us know because that is a factor. It does depend on how much he is. And Tasmanian Devil says, "Sorry about the farts. Kids found out I could send it, and it might become a problem." Oh, we got the kiddos listening in. Hello, kiddos.
Hi, guys.
Welcome to the show. Welcome to the stream.
I just saw them this past weekend. They were adorable.
Oh, look at that. Well,
all right.
To the kiddos, if you have Amazon Prime, remember you have Amazon Prime Gaming, and you can subscribe right now. So be sure to do so, and you can use those farts as well. More farts, more butts.
Oh my God! I can't believe you just said that. That's hilarious. All right.
Why not?
Get that money. We go. Ranking time. Let me make sure.
Oh boy.
Okay, good. Whew, got nervous there for a second. I was like, I hope it works like I want it to. So right now we are ranking technically 4 lists, but 2 different like top 5, bottom 5 kind of things. We're ranking our top 5 Royal Rumble winners and our bottom 5 Royal Rumble winners, and then our top 5 surprise entrants and our bottom 5 surprise entrants. So we each did both lists. We already had them up. We're going to reveal them one at a time, starting at number 5. So the list is going to be below us and just creeping up slowly as we talk about them. And I figure we start with worst Royal Rumble surprise entrance.
Okay, and don't blow it. Don't reveal the whole list on accident right away this time.
Hey man, we'll find out because I'm scared.
All right.
Here we go. It's working.
So again, these are the worst Royal Rumble surprise entrants of all time, as decided by us. Obviously, you can't see our names, but the one under Danny are Danny's. The one under mine are mine. Not rocket science. Killer Tomato. Tony starts at $15. I don't believe you. There's no way he's that cheap.
I believe it because who wants to fucking listen to Tony Schiavone?
Whoa, we have children listening in. We're family friendly now.
What? When did we become PG?
Tasmanian Devil says his kids are watching. They want to hear the farts.
Trust me. They've said worse to their kids.
Oh my. Okay. So again, these are what we think were the worst surprise entrants. Now I don't know about you when you made your list. When I did mine, I really did consider I didn't think of it leaked online. Like if it was just considered a surprise, technically it's a surprise. You know what I mean? Like even if we knew someone was coming. If they still showed up as a surprise entrant, I counted it. So
I agree with you on that. Sorry, I just read Tasmanian.
What'd I say? I told you. Oh, don't have chat open. Oh
Just tell
no.
them to go play with Mr. Potato Head. They'll be fine.
No, we need the viewers. We need them to watch. Eyeballs are
Eyeballs
these
count.
future little sharpshooters. All
Oh
right,
my god.
little shooties.
All right, so
Uh,
I agree with that. I kind of just went with but I try to go with like my memory and what I legitimately hated seeing at the time.
yeah.
So my first one was Vicky Guerrero. For a women's Royal Rumble, I don't think she should have been in there. They were because that was also, I believe, the first one, and
Yep.
they brought up a lot of old talent that were good. They were trying to do all the current talent, and then Vicky fucking Guerrero comes out of nowhere. Just to excuse me, I hated it all. So she is my number 5 for sure.
Yeah, no, that's definitely a good one, especially being the first Rumble. And also, if you were watching,
Love Potato.
you can quote unquote play along with us. If you have anybody
sure.
that comes to mind that you think was the worst or the best Royal Rumble surprise entrance, throw it in chat. Let us know who you think, and maybe they'll pop up on our list. We'd love to hear what you guys think as we're going along.
Yes, sir.
My number 5 is Jonathan Coachman. This is 2005. This is right when he was doing like the peak like annoying commentator thing that Vince loves to do and piss everybody off, where he's wearing the Kangol hat and doing all that stuff. Yeah, and he came in towards the end. He lasted a while. I forget who he eliminated, but he eliminated somebody in the match too. Terrible. So yeah, easy to put him in there. Waste of a spot at number 5. Kill Tomato is Drew Carey. We'll see if he shows up.
Yeah, I'll adjust the Drew Carey one at the end. Next up, number 4 on our list.
Number 4.
Bam. A couple of double B's for both of us. I got Bob Backlund back in 2000. You have Bad Bunny. And Jay DeFalco says he's a Hall of Famer. I'm assuming to the Drew Carey comment.
Yes.
So Bob Backlund, I just remember back in 2000. I didn't like Bob Backlund already from the early 90s because I like when I was watching when I was a kid, he was always so boring to me. The most interesting thing to me was that whole tap out. He's not even listening to me, this guy. He just takes off his headphones, not even listening to me. Why do I have him as hey, you're back. So the best thing that I saw him do was when Owen Hart threw in the towel, and the whole Owen Hart Bret Hart rivalry really started because of that. Besides that, I've hated Bob Backlund. So when I saw him in 2000 and like right at the end of the Attitude Era when they were doing other stuff, I was like, or I'm sorry, in the heart of the Attitude Era, I was like, why are you here? You don't belong here. You didn't belong here 5 years ago. Why are you here now? I just didn't like seeing him. So he's my number 4.
All right, fair enough. Yeah, mine is Bad Bunny, as they say, Bad Bunny, right? Is that it? From 2022. Again, it's a pretty common theme you will see here with my list. Just again, another celebrity spot that is a complete waste. Like it gets the pop, but I mean, he doesn't know what he's doing out there, and you're just throwing him out there. Just terrible. So yeah, number 4 for me, Bad Bunny.
Jay DeFalco said that he met Bob Backlund and paid $5 for an autograph during a WWF show. That makes sense.
That's $5 too much.
So my number 3, I cheated for number 3. Just so you know in advance. I did.
Oh no!
I'll admit it because
I'll see if I allow it.
Unlike you, I couldn't figure out which one I hated the most. There were just so many bad ones, and they're always such a waste because it's always the same spot where most of the time they just come in, they barely make it on the ramp, or they barely make it on the ring side. They go inside and they get eliminated. So it's always such a waste of spot to me, and I really wanted for the other spots to be like actual wrestlers, besides Vicky. So I kind of put them all just in one. The commentators, just all of them sucked. Michael Cole,
That's
JBL.
Fair. That's fair. It's a little cheating. Well, I don't think JBL ever was one, but I get your point regardless.
I'm pretty sure JBL entered when he was commentator on SmackDown.
If it was a former wrestler that gets called in, I don't mind it. I don't.
I would normally agree with you, but for some reason, when they become a commentator, they forget how to fucking wrestle. So, like, they go in and get eliminated or do some joke thing where they get out right away.
I think of it as the legend spot, and that's fine. Like, if it's Booker T on his own, it's fine. If it's JBL, it's fine. If it's Wade Barrett, it's fine. Like, it's harmless in that sense, because, again, it's essentially a Legends nostalgia pop. They're not going to win the whole damn thing.
No, I get
but
that.
When it's guys like Cole,
at least the Legends,
and
like, get a spot in or wrestle or do something like, you know, kind of cool. Most of the time when they're commentators, they're there for like the quick pop and they get eliminated. That's the ones I'm referring to, not the ones that like go in and wrestle.
well, then maybe you shouldn't have cheated.
I said most, not all.
So Michael Cole 2012 is mine.
It's one of them.
Um, this is the easy one. I mean, this was the year when it was Cole, Lawler, and Booker. All three of them took up Rumble spots that
Yeah,
year.
see, that's what I'm talking about. How can you just single out one of them? They all deserve to be on the fucking list.
Well, not Booker. Booker being in there was dope, but whatever, man. Just yeah, terrible. This is when he was doing his coal mine
I hated the coal
shtick
mine so much.
with the still orange singlet in the head thing. So
Ugh,
easy number
it
three.
was the worst.
Debated number one, but my 2 and 1 are worse.
All right, number 2, we got. I put Andrade from 2018. You put Pat McAfee 2024. Interesting.
Yeah.
And again, another one where like, why was he in there?
Yeah, well, this
Andrade,
was
I
worse.
just didn't enjoy anything about him. So the fact that he was the surprise entry I called up was just fell flat for me. He was one of those NXT call ups that I just didn't care about.
Now, was this even a call up, or was he just still in NXT at this point? I don't even think this was a call up.
That's right. I
Yeah.
think he was just still in NXT and like
I could be wrong.
they
But
brought
when he
him
was
out.
champion, I think he was champion.
That's
for this, but
possible. Again, I hated it so much I don't even care.
yeah. Either way, I went with Pat McAfee at number 2 because he basically did the Drew Carey spot, but much worse.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't even entertaining. It was a complete wet fart. Like I believe this was even in Indianapolis where everybody
Fart
wanted
kids
to see
fart.
everybody wanted to see him get in there and do things and be like, "Oh, our hometown guy." And a few people that probably really wanted to see it, he did nothing.
Yeah.
So like,
And this is after he did all the NXT stuff. This is after like he can wrestle, and then you just this is my point. They go in there as a commentator and like
they were
forget
they were
everything.
just recreating the Drew Carey spot,
Yeah.
and it wasn't even that good. So
Agreed.
awful. Number 2 for me, easy.
And our number 1 spots for the worst surprise Royal Rumble entrant of all time goes to Triple H for me in 2016 and Ronda Rousey for you in 2022. And they're both, I think, pretty good picks. I like them both. Triple H, the whole point of him being there was terrible. The fact that he even won it was awful. We get into that later. But he had no business being in the ring. He had no business winning it. He had no business being active at that time. So it was just very annoying to see him in there.
Yeah, I don't blame you at all. The only thing I'll say about that is I don't know. I guess he was a surprise entrant. I don't know. I don't remember if he was or not.
I'm pretty sure he was because he that's when he was the authority figure. So no one expected him to go in, and then he came in at number 30.
Yeah. Well, either way, my number 1 is Ronda Rousey. Number 1 because this point she was gone for like 2 years. She was the number 30 entrant. Nobody wanted her back. She came back and she won the whole damn thing.
Yeah.
So
terrible.
That alone makes her number 1 for the worst surprise entrant for me because it's still that number 30 spot.
Mm-hmm.
She wins the whole damn thing, and she was gone for years, already talking so much crap about WWE.
It's almost like ours is the male and female version of each other's.
So yeah, I just awful. And honestly, I agree. Well, I don't really know if I disagree with you about Backlund one. I never had a problem with Backlund. And the commentator one, we already talked about that. Otherwise, I agree with you.
And to Killer Tomato's point with Drew Carey, I don't think Drew Carey was a bad surprise entrance because he like was fun and like what he did with Kane and stuff was entertaining.
Yeah,
So
and he eliminated the Hardy
by that
Boys.
fact, I don't think he was a bad one.
Yeah, I liked Drew's spot. If it happened today, I probably wouldn't, but that's just because of the fan I was back in 2001
Agreed.
versus 2026. But I digress. All right,
All
one
right.
list down. 3 to go, baby.
Next up, we have the best Royal Rumble surprise entrance of all time. And we start at number 5.
Ooh.
At number 5, we have Trish Stratus, 2018, and Bubba Ray Dudley in 2015. And honestly, Bubba Ray was going to be my number 5 if I didn't pick Trish. I just enjoy seeing Trish, and I think like even though we kind of knew she was going to be there, the fact that she showed up and was in the first Rumble and we knew she deserved to be there, like I just love that it came together like that.
Yeah, I debated Trish as well, but I think at that point she was still kind of showing up here and there. It wasn't that out of the public eye. Whereas with Bubba, like he was doing TNA stuff for a while at this point. And this was like, I'm pretty sure this was like the low key like returned for the Dudleys to get back into WWE. And I mean they were in Philly for it. The pop was huge. I remember, and that's what I really did. I didn't really go on Google looking up like names and suggestions for this one because this one was like, all right, what are the ones that come to my mind and my brain first?
Yes, that's exactly
Those,
what happened for me too. What were my like actual
yeah.
favorites? What did I enjoy? What do I remember? I don't care
Because
what
if
any
they
list
stick
tells me.
out enough for me to remember without looking it up, then
Mm-hmm.
it should be on the list. That's my number
Agree.
five, Bubba Ray Dudley.
All right. Number 4, we got Mr. Perfect 2002
Mm.
and The Godfather in 2013.
Hell yeah, hell
So
yeah.
I picked Perfect just because I remember more specifically that he had also just an awesome run afterward. I know he didn't win any belts or whatever, but like he was back. He looked such in great shape. We hadn't seen him for a while. He fit in perfectly with the 2002 roster. Like I just and him as a character is one of my favorite like heel characters of all time. So seeing him come back and him actually do stuff and fit in and be ready to wrestle and have a little of a comeback run, I really really enjoyed it.
Yeah, word. I went with The Godfather in
Yeah,
2013.
that's such a good one.
Um, I love this one because like he comes out and at this point it's kind of PG, so you're like, oh shit, the Godfather's showing up, you know, in WWE.
Mm-hmm.
He's doing the wall. He's got his two hoes with him. He gets in the ring, immediately gets eliminated, goes over to the hose. They
And
put his
just
hat on, his
yep,
and he keeps walking. He just turns around, starts walking out with the hose again. Like that's how you do it,
it
man.
was so
That is
entertaining.
just 2 minutes in and out.
And it was a
Everyone gets
huge pop
nostalgia
too because
pop.
everyone loves the Godfather and the Host. So the pop was crazy
So
also.
good. So Godfather number 4. Honestly, maybe when I look back, I'll change my mind. Should have been higher, but
No, I agree with it.
it's such a good surprise entrant. Godfather.
All right,
This is why you do legends and not NXT
yep,
wrestlers. By the way,
100%,
that's a whole different rant. But
100%.
I miss the legends spots. All NXT people now. It's not the same. All right, continue.
Number 3, I cheated a little bit again.
Oh come on.
Yeah, I did. Just so you know, Chris Jericho 2026 says Killer Tomato.
Yeah, we'll see.
I cheated a little bit, but I think you'll accept this one also. So my
I
number
didn't accept that
3
one.
is The Three Faces of Foley in
Oh,
1998. Yours is Roddy Piper in 2008. So yeah, Three Faces of Foley I think was so unique and obviously never done before. And every time he came out, I was just like, obviously I was a kid, but at the same time it was just like so entertaining. I was like, oh, they're letting this happen. Oh, that can happen. Yeah, he's a different. Like I'm just rationalizing it in my head as I'm going through it. I'm like, that's so much fun. That's such a cool like way to
mm.
surprise everyone because like once he got eliminated the first time, everyone's like, all right, he's out. 2 more times coming in as just his different characters was just so awesome.
Yeah, I debated. I thought about this one, but
See, good. See, both my
well,
cheats are okay.
no, the other one's not okay. I said no.
Ah,
This one I'm okay with. The only thing I would say is it technically should be two faces of Foley because the first one was already in the Rumble. The other two were surprise entrants.
that's fair. That's
Um,
fair.
but no, I feel what you're saying there. Yeah. For me, I went with Roddy Piper in 2008. This one's really just a personal one for me. I was at this Rumble in the Garden. Um, Piper coming out was a huge reaction.
Yeah.
Probably one of the loudest reactions of the night in the Rumble. Just him coming out. Obviously, afterwards they did the Snuka spot with
I was just say,
two of
was
them.
Snuka out before or after him? After, right? Piper was
I
out first and then Snuka?
I think Piper was first.
Yeah.
I can double check it, but yeah, I think he
I'm
was
almost
first.
positive because I think Piper had the shocked face and then they had the whole stare down and everything.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
yeah. So that's
No,
my
that
number
was a really
three.
good one. I
It's a
agree
little
with you.
nostalgia purely for being there live, but I think it deserves to be on the list and talked about.
For sure. I'm going. So, John Cena is your number 1 then, right? Jeez. I'm going to reveal the next 2 for us because they happen to be the same ones in different order. So
I figured as
we'll
much.
see. We'll see how that goes. So both our 1s and 2s are AJ Styles in 2016 and Edge in 2020.
Yeah.
Edge had Edge as number 1, AJ number 2. I had the reverse, and I think probably just because of just like personal feelings about each wrestler. If you want to go first, why'd you put Edge 1?
Yeah, I put Edge one because like legit no one saw it coming. Like he was injured, he's been career ending. It was like 10 years or whatever it was. Like with Styles, like everyone knew like the week or two beforehand that he had signed. They knew he was coming. It just was a matter of was it main roster NXT.
Yeah.
So that's the only reason I didn't put him one. Like it's still one of the best surprise entrants because you still didn't expect him to be that early in the
Yeah,
Rumble on the main roster immediately because at that point it wasn't really happening with NXT was like
exactly.
still not that much of a thing yet, um, or if at all really.
And
But
most
yeah,
of and any of
so
the TNA stars had been all going through NXT first if they had come in. So like that was another reason why we weren't sure.
well, not even that. It wasn't even NXT yet. That's what I'm saying. I'm pretty sure at 2016 it was either early NXT or it was still FCW. But even then, they also didn't change him. The fact that he came out as AJ Styles
Yeah.
with the look was crazy. But yeah, Edge alone, no one saw coming with the injury and being out and coming back. So Edge number one for me. That was amazing.
I agree, and I was debating putting Edge number one, or like it was more surprise emotion because like Edge was an actual emotion. Like you were legitimately stunned. You know, if you were an
Yeah,
Edge fan, like you were definitely like happy tears because like he's back and shit.
an
Or
Edge head.
AJ, who's like my second favorite wrestler ever, finally
Yeah,
coming to like
I can appreciate it.
the big show where he deserves to be, where he should have been like 10 years ago, getting paid that money and stuff. But like,
Mm.
it is what it is. So like, that's where I was debating too, and I just had to go with like my personal favorite more. That's what edged out. Ha, get it?
Yeah.
But yeah,
Ooh.
no, that was an
All right.
accident. I really didn't mean to say that.
While you get the next list set up, Keverlast writes in chat, Edge is definitely the holy shit top moment. I remember the goosebumps not believing it was real.
Yep.
Yeah, it was crazy. And I again, unless I'm misremembering, no one was reporting this.
Yeah.
No one was saying Edge is here, Edge could be coming, Edge is getting looked at. Like nothing was on the internet to put anyone on
Agreed.
the radar for it. So yeah,
Agreed.
that's the best surprise you can do when no one's sniffing it out. So
All right. All right. Next up,
two more.
we have our worst Royal Rumble winners of all time.
Oh, okay. So
this is
before
our
before
bottom
you
five.
start, before you start, I told Danny this the other night. This ranking right here, the worst Royal Rumble winners, hands down in the history of this show, this was the hardest five I had to put together ever.
So
I made a list. I got my list at 10, brought it down to 8, then 7, and I stared at that list for like hours.
that's so funny.
And I couldn't change. I couldn't budge. So I did stick with 5.
I'm
I got it to
surprised.
5.
I'm surprised of one of yours. That I'm
Oh,
surprised. No, I'm not surprised of one of yours. I'm surprised you don't have one of
well,
mine on yours.
a lot
And
of a lot
I know
of
it's definitely one of
anger.
the ones that you cut. Same thing with one of
Yeah.
yours. One of yours
Mhm.
is one of the ones that I cut.
Yeah, well, a
I
lot
am
of a lot of
surprised
sacrifices
with,
had to be made.
yeah. All right, here we go. This is my last time that I cheated. I promise.
Oh, come on.
Number 5 was my last cheat of the rankings.
No
What?
respect
I'm
for the
Spanish, bro. That's
sanctity.
what I
No
do.
respect for the sanctity.
It's not true. Number 5, I put both the 88 and 89 Royal Rumble winners. When we talk about like the worst Royal Rumble winners, they are at the beginning. Nothing was at stake for those Rumbles. Jesus Christ. And the matches themselves weren't good either. So those I think had to be put on there just because of all the winners, they stunk. That's fine.
Ooh.
That's all right.
Ooh,
That's
your
all
list
right.
is lame. All right.
List is lame.
We'll be doing top 5, not top 6. I just told you I spent hours staring at my list, and here you are putting 6
I mean,
already.
okay. So if you want me to choose one, it's
Yes.
definitely Stud. The only
Thank
reason I
you.
put them both is because they're both the same exact thing back to back years. Like it's not like it was a different Rumble or one was better than the other or one winner was like they're both the same baby face thick guy that couldn't do shit back. Like it's the same person. But
Actually,
fine,
actually,
if you want one, then it's Stud in 88. There
you know
you
what,
go.
Danny? I don't even want one. Our viewers want one.
I
Our
don't.
viewers,
You know what? No
our
one's complaining
viewers ask.
besides you, Juice.
They're silently complaining. They don't want to get
Silently
banned. They don't want.
complaining.
They don't want to get banned by our moderators, so they're being respectful in chat. Thank you, chat, for being nice about it. But I'm sure you're just as fuming as I am at this egregious take. Okay, my turn. Number 5, Bork Laser, 2022. This one was the last one that made the cut, but the reason I put it on there is because he won the belt on January 1st. He beat Roman because
Yeah.
Roman had COVID or something, and they rescheduled the match.
Yeah.
Or whatever. He wins the belt. Brock loses the belt at the Royal Rumble. And later that same night, enters the Royal Rumble, I believe at number 30. Let me fact check myself. Um, yeah, at number 30, and wins the freaking Royal Rumble and goes on to face. So like, just awful,
Yeah.
awful. Took the wind out of all the sails for this match because he just lost the belt, and we all thought we were free of a Brock Lesnar WrestleMania thing, and he wins. So Brock Lesnar number 5, 2022.
So, little spoiler, I have him higher on the list, but since
Okay.
it's here, I'll just talk about it now. I 100% agree with you. I think it was a bullshit win. I think the fact that he was even in the Rumble, I don't care how they always spin it with Heyman doing his contractual stuff. He shouldn't be in the Rumble. Those numbers should already be set by the time that night happened. So the fact that he even got in after he loses also doesn't make sense. This isn't back in the 90s where they need to fill the spot, so they had all the matches beforehand and then the losers all go in because they didn't have a big roster. They have a huge roster. They don't need him to go in at number 30. So I 100% agree with you. It sucked.
Awful.
He's just higher on my list, so I won't talk about him later. Number
Okay.
4, we both had the same winner for number 4, Triple H in 2016.
Yeah, so I'll go
Just
first here
sucked.
since you already kind of talked about it. Again, it's another instance, another number 30
Mm-hmm.
winner. Um, this is when he was doing the corporation, the whatever you
Authority.
call it. He's being the authority. He's an authority. And it was for the title. Wasn't
Yes,
even
that's
for
what pissed me off the
the
most
title
about
shot.
this.
This was Triple H coming in and winning the title at number
Mm-hmm.
30, doing minutes of work to get it. Just awful.
Yes.
Completely awful. And at this point, I wasn't even really watching at this point. I think maybe either I forget when was the Money in the Bank when all the Shield won the belt in one night? What year was that? 15, 16?
I don't know, 15?
Maybe it was 14.
I think
Might
it
have
was
been
the year
14.
before this.
Either way, at this point, I think I was just watching the pay-per-views because they were on the network and someone gave me their network login.
Mm-hmm.
But I wasn't that invested in the product, but oh my God, awful.
No, this is
Terrible.
terrible. And like I said, I talked about it earlier, but I just remember seeing it and just being mad. Like the whole point was to screw Roman Reigns, and then Dean. It was just bad.
Yeah.
All right, number 3. Your number 3 is the one that just got cut for 88 and 89 on my list, and I'm surprised you don't have my number 3 on your list. We got Del Rio in 2011 and Mr. McMahon in 1999, and I'll say the only reason I didn't put McMahon on my list was because storyline wise, I understand what they were doing. It still sucked, and we were so upset about it. And he relinquished and it was for another belt, and he relinquished it, whatever. But like, they he wasn't even in the match most of the time, so it was kind of hard. Del Rio, it was the largest Royal Rumble, blah 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 blah. He wins it. It was awful from the beginning. We didn't like him going into it. I wasn't crazy about it, and the fact that he got that whole like he gets to have that distinction of winning the biggest Royal Rumble also kind of sucks to me.
So anyone that knows me from 2011, WWE times, I was fully in on the Alberto Del Rio bandwagon, and I wanted him to win the Rumble.
That's so funny.
And when
Okay,
he
that
won
makes
the
more sense
Rumble,
now.
I celebrated it. We had a bunch of people over at the house.
That's
We were all
hilarious.
watching it, like the whole like Destiny thing and doing this with the. I was all in on him.
That's hilarious.
He entertained me. I really dug Alberto Del Rio. He was filling the JBL sized hole in my heart. Um, so yes, so I had no problem with Del Rio winning. So that's why he's not on my bottom
Interesting. Okay,
five.
there we go. That makes more sense now.
Um, yes. As for me, Mr. McMahon. So this one, like, you have to keep remember. For me, this was like 2 months into my WWE like watching wrestling fandom at all. Like I was only watching wrestling since Survivor Series
Oh,
'98 at
that's
this point.
fair.
This was like maybe my second real pay-per-view I ever watched.
That's
First
fair.
Rumble or anything like that. And even back then I still didn't like it, but like I didn't like get the magnitude of how much it was really that bad until obviously with time later, like moving on, like learning other people winning it. But like you think about it, man, he came in at number 2, he rolled out of the ring, did nothing the whole match. Yeah, it was a storyline driven, but then he wins the damn thing, and then the next night he comes out and he forfeits the freaking title shot to give The Rock the night off, and then Shawn Michaels comes out and just makes the match happen anyway.
Yeah.
So it defeated the whole purpose of doing the Mr. McMahon thing right away.
Yeah.
So that's why I put it at number 3. As much as like it's a storyline driven moment, the very next night they ruin it by doing what they did. Like stupid.
100%.
Yeah.
All right. Moving on to number 2.
Mm,
As we already discussed, Brock Lesnar for me, 2022. And you have Jey Uso last year. So talk about Jey Uso last year.
I, I mean, I said it last year when it happened. I said this is one of, if not the worst Royal Rumble wins they could have ever done. Like this would be a stain on their record books when you look back at all of the Rumble winners. Like this is the one you will look at and go, "What?" Um, Awful decision, awful, so many ways around, and yeah, just that's it, just
Yeah.
bad, bad,
Agreed.
bad, bad, awful, awful. Go away, never again. Be
And that
gone.
and that brings me to number 1 for both of us, because my number 1 is Jey Uso from 2025, and I agree with you 100% that he is the worst winner. So that's why I put him number 1, because like every winner so far, at least I understand a little bit of why they won, or at the time why they won, or storyline why they won. Jey Uso isn't an up and coming star that they are trying to push. He's not like some fresh talent. So like the fact that he won because they're trying to push a very bad singles run with mainly that was all based around 4 letters, like that sucked. I am very surprised you put John Cena from 2008 as your
Why?
worst, because
Why?
I don't think that was the worst. If anything, that was one of the best, like
No.
arguably one of the best surprise entrances. I just didn't put it because like
You
okay,
you weren't there, man.
that's
You
that's
weren't
that's
there.
fair. I wasn't there. You were there.
This is like I'm in the building
Yes.
for this moment. This was the worst shit because you have to remember at this point, I'm like 3 years removed like from WWE because I gave up. In '05 I left it. I walked away. I lost my smile for the first time.
Yeah, I was gonna say you lost your smile a few
And
times with WWE.
a few times. This is the first. '05 was the first time I was like, I'm fucking done. I discovered Ring of Honor. I got into TNA.
So you came back in 2008.
And then 2008, I started getting back into it because, hey, the Royal Rumble is happening in MSG. CM Punk is going to WWE. Like,
They wish him luck in his future endeavors, Jay DeFalco.
so there were things. Punk was on the main roster. So there were things I was willing to give it a shot. And also, Ring of Honor was starting to kind of go a little bit downward because the Booker left, but not by much. Either way, this was awful, man. I'm sorry. Like he was injured, he was out, and then and then he wins the freaking thing at number 30 again, mind you.
The number 30 is the worst winner.
Like it's just so like you're gonna do a surprise there, but not the winner. I hate number 30 winners, and they do them more often now, as you can
Yeah.
see from the list.
Yep.
But yeah, and then the only thing that made it worthwhile was that at the WrestleMania when he took his title shot, he didn't win. Thank God he lost. That made it honestly that made it all worth it for me. Like knowing that he won and didn't win the title at that Mania, but still the worst Rumble winner ever. John
Wow.
Cena, easy.
Wow. All right.
His
And-
WWE contract ran out and wasn't renewed. No, I walked away. I pulled a Mercedes and Naomi.
I love
Walked
it.
away.
I love it. And
One more
last
list.
up, we have our best Royal Rumble winners. And our lists are pretty different with the exception of one. So that's going to be very interesting to see which one is the same. But we start out with number 5.
Mm-hmm.
You have Stone Cold Steve Austin from 2001, and I have The Undertaker from 2007. So why don't you start this one off?
Yeah, it's just, I mean, at this point, I had the Vince win in '99, the 2000 Rock and Big Show ending that was kind of controversial and didn't really have a defined winner and led to the 4-way. So this was like my first Rumble where I got like a winner, and it was one of the better Rumbles they've ever done. So for me, purely from a fan nostalgia standpoint, Austin's performance, Kane's performance, so many things done in that match. I love the 2001 Royal Rumble. So Austin at number 5 for me, and also that was his record-breaking third one.
Yeah.
So yeah, number 5 for Austin.
I went with Undertaker from 2007 because it was one of the rare times where like you really didn't see it coming. Undertaker never wins a Rumble. He's always like in his own main event attraction. So the fact that he won it was awesome. He had a great final 2 with HBK. So like that's one of the ones that stand out to me as like even a core memory where I'm like, oh, that was one of my favorite Rumbles to watch. That was one of my favorite winners. So like I enjoyed that one a lot.
Nice.
Next
All
up,
right.
number 4, I also have Stone Cold Steve Austin, but in 1998. And it makes sense that you also might not have it on your radar because that's before your time. But no, 98 is when he really first started. That's when a lot of them were like all against him. That was the awesome like nails in the back of the head poster board for the Royal Rumble. So a lot of memories with that, and that was his first one of the 3 that you're talking about. So that was one of the like the start of the era for me when it came to that. So that was cool.
Yeah, so I went with Becky Lynch from 2019.
That's a nice one.
Now, before any of you come after me, yes, I do know she was a number 30. After my little rant, but this one again is this one. Well, technically, she was a surprise because she wasn't meant to be in it.
Oh, that's fair.
But she attacked somebody. This is when she was doing her peak of the man thing.
That's fair. That's fair.
And I think number 30 was Lana that year. And I think Becky came out and just attacked Lana and took her spot and put herself in the match. And this was the man. This was leading up to my WrestleMania 35 that I went to at MetLife. So clearly, from a selfish standpoint, I really wanted her to win. So her being thrown into the match and getting the spot made it worth it. So again, contradicting a little bit with the number 30 thing, but Becky Lynch.
There's an outlier to every rule, you know?
I love it. And also, just to get to your point, I mean, you have to realize with my list, like, when I'm making my list, I'm also working with, as you said, like 10 or 11 less options.
Yeah.
Because anything pre-99, I didn't really watch, or I'm not counting or considering. So I'm working with a smaller pool.
Of course.
But I'll say more later. I'll defend myself later.
And this brings me to 1992, because that is my number 3 with, I think, arguably the best Royal Rumble in history. Ric Flair winning the WWF Championship, his only Royal Rumble. I mean, not his only, his first Royal Rumble. Number 3 came in, just an epic match, epic feel, epic moment. It was awesome. So I really enjoyed that one. Ric Flair has to be my 92. He should be higher, but my number 2 is completely biased, so that's why he's at number 3.
Oh, wow. Dang, I see how it is. Okay. Yeah, my number 3, I went with Shinsuke Nakamura in 2018.
Number 5, man. I was considering.
Honestly, it was a big swing, and for me, the Rumble means more when it's someone getting the opportunity that normally doesn't get it, and like it's kind of like their moment, their breakout, their ascension, like leading up to Mania. That's what it's about for me. That's what Rumbles mean more, not when it's just someone like no offense, but like Taker in 07, like. Really?
No,
that's
totally
kind of that's what I like to get out of the Rumble when there's a winner. Obviously, somebody new can't win it every year. I understand that, but Shinsuke winning it was huge, even if the result was a bit of a wet fart. Yeah, Shinsuke winning in 2018 was a big deal, so I went with him. It was awesome. That was as a peak coming out of NXT, and like he was over big time.
Yeah, that main event should have been a lot better, but whatever.
Could have won the belt at some point.
That also. All right, number 2, we have Shawn Michaels in 1995 and Bianca Belair in 2021. So obviously Shawn Michaels, complete bias because he's my favorite wrestler of all time. But this was the first time I also witnessed a number 1 go and win the entire thing. So those two kind of moments for me put him. That's always been like one of my. And this might have been. I've watched a few, so this is like my 3rd or 4th one I've seen at that point. But like this is one of the ones I remember like the best watching it. That whole the way he won 2 was also like never done before. The way he hung onto the ropes and skinned the cat and everything. So just all those little moments. I know it's not a great Royal Rumble match because of the participants, but like the moments he did just kept saying out to me, and I had to put him at number 2.
All right. So Bianca Belair is my number 2. Again, it's kind of like the Shinsuke thing where she did it. I believe this was at number 3 this year. Now, this was the one during COVID in the Thunderdome or whatever they called it. But again, I think it was an amazing performance from Bianca. I think out of all the women, like that's kind of what I boiled it down to. I thought about all the women's winners and which win and performance meant the most. And I think this was the one.
Yeah.
I mean, Charlotte's and Ronda's didn't mean anything. No. Asuka's didn't really lead to anything. If anything, it was
but it didn't.
Should have, it didn't. Rhea winning it, whatever, didn't really do much for her at that point.
Especially when you challenge for the NXT title, it's kind of weird.
Yeah. So out of all the women's winners so far, I mean, yeah, Becky's on there too, but I think Bianca had the better
best one. I agree with you.
Bianca had the better performance running from 3. So yeah, Bianca at number 2, one of the better. The best Rumble winners of all time.
So both are number 1s. I honestly very controversial, and I'm surprised you also put it at number 1.
Oh boy.
So that's gonna be really interesting. But both our number one is the Rabid Wolverine Chris
Wow.
Benoit in 2004.
Wow. I don't know if I feel better or worse that you put Benoit as well. So okay, like I'm
This is
taking I'm taking
100%.
all the stuff out of it.
This
All
is
that stuff
literally
out of it.
talking about the 2004 Royal Rumble match and the wrestler Chris Benoit, nothing outside of that ring
Yeah.
right now.
This ties into exactly what I was saying about Shinsuke and Bianca and even Becky, like that breakout ascension moment of being given the ball and saying,
Yes.
"Okay, you're the guy, go." And
Killer Tomato out of control.
listen, you said about HBK, but for me, again, starting at 99, '04, I'm pretty sure was my first time seeing a number one go all the way
Yeah, man.
and do it. So like that was I knew HBK did it previous, but like
That's the
that
first time
was
you
it for
saw it.
me.
Exactly.
And then he wins at Mania with the Eddie Guerrero stuff. So all that is kind of included, but like it's all included with the whole list that we're doing. But
No, I 100% agree with you. That
yeah,
moment, like, no one expected Benoit to win of all people. The way he won was so cool against the Big Show. Once it was him and Big Show, everyone thought Big Show was going to definitely win that one because,
yeah.
Benoit's never been in the main event scene. He's never sniffed it. Well, he sniffed it, but never, like, really been
Yeah.
the guy. So, I mean, everyone was hyped seeing him win at that point, I think. And it really started off like a big main event
Mhm.
character because up until that point, he wasn't like, he was just a good hand. He wasn't a main event guy. And
Yeah.
some guys get to that point because of the Rumble, and then once they get there, they flop back down and they go back to the mid card. He stayed on top until whatever happened, but he stayed on top for a while. So even with the ECW, like technically he was the main guy there too. He was always going for the ECW World Championship, all that kind of stuff. So like, yeah, it's unfortunate, obviously everything else, but like as a Royal Rumble winner, I think he is the best of all time.
Yeah, and honestly, like I put a lot of thought into it. I wasn't doing this just for a reaction or to make people whatever. Like there was a long stretch. Like there's like a good like 10-year stretch where I was looking at winners and I was like, wow, I hated all these winners. Like there was a good run where they just kept winning and I was like,
A
this guy
lot of the
sucks.
tens were terrible.
Yeah, they were not good winners. They were not people I like. I'll tell you some of the other names I had. Like Sheamus was on my list as a complete waste of a Rumble win.
Yep.
I know you won't agree, and other people probably won't agree. I had Rey Mysterio on there because I'm sorry, it felt like it was just done for the Eddie thing, and I didn't really like that.
So Ray for me wasn't good or bad. Ray was just there. Like
Yeah,
the actual match itself, I think was a good match, but like the reason he won and everything, I
yeah,
agree with you, was tainted. So like I don't think Ray wasn't a bad winner, but he also wasn't a top 5 winner.
yeah. Well, then that's what I'm saying. Like if you go back like 2 months prior, like you cannot tell me Ray was the one to win the Rumble
Exactly.
that year. You know what I mean? Like whatever. That's a whole other thing. Either way, my point is that there's a lot of Rumble winners that I wasn't a fan of at all. So it was hard to come up with a list. And like I didn't want to like I could have easily been like, oh, I like Edge, so Edge. Oh, I like Taker, so Taker. But I didn't really remember liking those Rumble wins,
Yep.
especially if they came in at 30 or late. So as you see, besides Becky, and I think Austin, my top three were all like long performances.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, my top
we'll
3
see
were
how-
number 1, and number 3. Yours was number 1, number 3, and I don't remember what Shinsuke was, but I don't think he was a late one.
Shinsuke was like 14. He was right in the
That's
middle.
what I'm saying. Like that's pretty good. You know what I mean? So
Yeah. Yeah, and I think
agreed.
Austin. I
And
think
then
Austin was 27.
I was saying 2001 he was 27, but wasn't that the year also where they were all like waiting for him, or was that 99?
No, that was probably 90.
Oh no, that might have been 98 actually.
90. I think that was his first Rumble.
Yeah, that was 98 actually.
Oh,
Yeah.
one's the one when Kane was going on a tear.
I know he was crushing it. That's when he broke
But,
the record before it got broken. All right.
Yeah. Also,
So that-
one quick thing, we can wrap this up. I need to thank you. Despite all of your cheating, you did not acknowledge or count the greatest Royal Rumble in Saudi Arabia at all
God,
in any of
no.
your rankings.
No way.
I needed to thank you because that one does not count. It is not canon.
No.
It's not in
No,
the
we're talking
record
about
books
Royal
at all.
Rumbles. No,
Like
thank you.
the greatest Royal Rumble is an abomination.
Yes, agreed.
Um,
And my cheating
speaking of-
was perfectly legitimate.
Speaking of abominations, tune in next week when we're previewing and making our predictions for the 2026 Royal Rumble
don't
taking
want
place
to.
in Saudi
I'm surprised
Arabia.
why are we still doing predictions for WWE pay-per-views, by the way? Just out of curiosity.
Do you really not want to?
I don't know. I'm not watching the Royal Rumble because it's specifically in Saudi Arabia. I might stream the match itself if I hear it's decent, but
Yeah,
like
man.
I'm not gonna give
Well,
what are they on right now? Netflix, or it's gonna be on Peacock?
ESPN.
The
ESPN.
pay-per-view's gonna be on ESPN. Oh yeah, I don't even do that, but I'm not gonna like give them any support or anything like that. Braun still hasn't lost, guys. Shut up.
Get out of here. No. Oh my God. Well, I'll put it this way. You know me. I'm willing to do the predictions.
Ugh,
So
I feel like we should. Yeah.
I'm telling you, I'm willing to do them. It's
All right.
content. It's easy to do. It's fun.
Fine. We'll do predictions.
Oh, listen, man. If you really don't want to,
Fine.
I'm not going to make you. I'm just saying, me personally, I'm willing to do the predictions at the very least.
WWE's
It won't be
been-
part. It won't be
been
part of the
okay.
10 and 10. It's a whole different segment.
Yeah. You're right. All right. So, speaking of which, next week, please tune in on Tuesday on Facebook to watch us until 5 for the Best Manager of All Time tournament. And then next Thursday, as you said, we're going to do some predictions for the Royal Rumble. So please make sure you tune in same time, same place on... What are we on Twitch? On Twitch. I was about to say Twitter. I was like, no, Twitter's wrong.
Oh, where did all these viewers come from? We just doubled our viewers, and now we're signing off.
Oh,
What
why
perfect
did you guys
timing.
come? Well, if you guys that just came
Well, hey,
in, well,
if you're
they
here-
all
hold
left
on.
again. You told them all to leave.
No, if you're here, this is a perfect time. Sign up for the Royal Rumble game.
Yes.
We have 4 more spots left. If you want to join, just say in chat you were in,
Just like the 4
and
horsemen.
you will be given 2 numbers. And if your number wins their Royal Rumble match, you win one of 2 prizes. So we will stay here for another 60 seconds or so. We can vamp, sure, why not? And yeah, if you want to join. While you do that, Danny, I'm going to read you some cut bits I wanted to talk about from the shows this week. I loved Harley licking Stat's fingers when she was shushing her on
That was
Collision.
hilarious.
Zeta Steel, her debut match wasn't really much with Marina Shafir, but
That's because Maria
she's still
Shafir
young
sucks.
and new. Orange Cassidy, man, he's lost. He's invisible.
What are they doing with him? All of a sudden,
he needs
he's
something.
gone to nothing. It's weird.
Yeah, he's got to do something, man. So just him and Eddie, it's bumming me out. Like, these are your guys. Make him your fucking.
I'm not gonna
Come
lie.
on.
Even Briscoe a little bit. Like they've really cooled off on him as far as like just giving him more of a spotlight. I feel like the conglomeration were more spotlighted when they were going against the Death Riders, and now that they've over with that feud, they're kind of fading back a little bit, like as a whole.
Mark is fine.
And
It's
also,
just the problem is
sorry,
you got the lead.
Sorry, can I also say I am, and I know I hope you agree with me because I think we talked about this in the past. I am so tired of other companies' championships being defended on AEW TV. Like the CMML World Championship's gonna be defended on Like, get out of here, man. Let that happen on their show. Like, it's so weird. I just don't like it.
I don't mind it from time to time.
It's all the
But
time.
well, when did it happen before this with CMLL?
You know I don't know those answers.
I'm just saying, if you're gonna make a point, yeah, defend it. When's the last
How
time
dare
another
you.
company?
How dare you?
Okay, well, Mercedes with their
I was gonna
Rev
say
Pro,
Mercedes that just happened with Windsor.
okay, but that's a story that AEW's telling with her losing all the belts.
But
and-
still, that should still be something that happens at that company's show, and
Yeah.
they report it on AEW TV. Like the AEW shouldn't be the one showcasing her losing her belt, and they're not.
I
not
get
all
it.
of
Just
them.
I know CMLL has way more of a relationship with AEW.
That's fair too. That's fair.
And Rev Pro does, but either way,
All right, vamping's over, ladies and gentlemen. See you Tuesday on Facebook. See you Thursday on Twitch. Have a great week. Peace out, everybody.
A-Town down.
Why every time?